on Marriage Talks. I am going to be discussing something very interesting from one of my books titled Courtship Mistakes That Can Ruin a Marriage. As a marital counselor, I believe that most of the issues that married people encounter in marriage starts from courtship days. Most of the time, the fact that they feel that they are in love, they ignore many of the signs and get married and they're thinking that they married the wrong one. Today, I want to talk about what you need to know about sex before you get married. Number one, you must know that sex in marriage is a beautiful gift from God. It's a beautiful gift from God. So it's nothing evil when it is done in the confines of marriage. The other thing you must know about sex before you get married is that the Bible clearly warns that we should flee from sexual immorality. See, if you are not married and you are having sex, you are actually going against the standard of God, and that is not right. Now, some people believe that, well, because we are courting and we are going to get married, is it still not right for you to have sex with your partner except within the confines of marriage? Another thing you must know about sex before you get married is that sex is a cause of some marriage breakup. Aside from money, sex is the second biggest issue in marriage. And so if you are preparing to get married and you say, well, I'm going to be having sex every time, this intimacy would stick us together. Eventually, when you get married, you find that sex is not what hold a marriage together. So no matter your dexterity in bed, intimacy alone cannot foster a good marriage. So another thing that you need to know about sex before getting married is that sex alone cannot give you ultimate satisfaction in marriage. I know that a lot of men are looking out to a woman who can satisfy them in bed, but you must know that being satisfied in bed alone is not enough to sustain your marriage. So you might find a great partner in bed. What about other areas of your life? If you're going to get married, you're going to be looking at it as a whole. Another thing you must know about sex before you get married is that personal satisfaction has nothing to do with sex. So if you're somebody who is not happy with yourself, don't think that a sex partner in marriage will do anything automatic. So some people get married and are hoping that their life will be improved by their partner. You have to be able to like your body, like yourself, like everything you have before you get married. Again, you must know that marriage is not a guarantee that your spouse will be faithful. So some people think that, well, it's difficult for me right now keeping a partner because I'm not married. When I get married, I'm going to stick with one person. That's not true. If you are currently in discipline and having several sexual partners, you are going to be in discipline when you get married. It starts from practicing it right now. Now, and again, sex is not a reason to even get married. Another thing you must know about sex before getting married is that it's not always initiated by a man. A lot of women get married and they feel like, well, if my husband doesn't ask for it, so be it. Now, it's a fun thing for the husband and wife. It means that a wife can request for it. The husband can also request for it. So both partners should initiate it. Now, another thing you must note is that sexual problems are normal. What I mean normal is you see some relationship, a man complains that I'm not getting enough sexual satisfaction. Don't think that there's someone else outside there that's having it better than you. Every marriage is unique, and when there are problems, you are meant to solve them. So when you're having sexual problems between you and your partner, don't go seek it from someone else. Instead, both of you sit down and sort it out together. Some people get married as virgins, and so they really don't have much knowledge. Meanwhile, some of those people who get married as virgins probably have partners who had several adventures before they got married. Now, if you are expecting your spouse to give you the adventure you had as an unmarried person, it would be an unfair expectation for someone who's never had sex before. Now, that's just a few tips I'm giving from this my book, Courtship Mistakes That Can Ruin a Marriage. It's available at our bookstore at Yaba. You can place your order, and it's also available online. You can actually get an e-copy. I'll come your way again next week with more marriage talks. Bye for now.